Kia ora. My name is Robett a Māori entrepreneur from Ngāti Porou. I grew up on a farm in Dargaville, on a beach in Fiji, and then Aranui, Christchurch. I failed high school, became a pro snowboarder, started, built and exited a few different companies, and now I'm on a mission to destroy Aotearoa's tall poppy syndrome with our Yes to Success tour. On our epic mission around our beautiful nation, we'll be heading right from the tip of the North Island all the way to the bottom of the deep dirty South, stopping at schools along the way and trying to inspire our next generation of Kiwis.
Go.
Join us on the journey. Day one of our Yes to Success tour and ridiculously amped to get on the road.
Yeah, what do you think, bro?
Flippin' rad. I didn't realise there'd be cool little comfy seats like that.
Also very fortunate to have my good friend Tim out from Juicy Rentals hook us up with a camper van to get us rolling all around the country.
Look how much space I have.
One of the best things we were most excited about when we decided to do this trip across the country was all the amazing spaces and scenery that we'd see. And it started off exactly how we expected.
All right, how are we feeling?
It's perfect.
As a kid, I was total carnage and trouble. I was walking when I was 9 months old, and I've been nothing but trouble since. I had two of the most amazing grandparents that I was named after, Ron and Betty. He went to war, was a champion, and I'm more than proud to be named after two legendary humans.
Just look at that, like this moments. One of the biggest things I've always learned is like, and each time it's good to just take mental snapshots. I think of it, someone told me before our wedding day, I was like, you know, it's gonna be crazy, it's gonna be all this stuff, and just remind yourself, visualize like your fingers click. I'll stop in certain situations and here I'm having a moment, I'm like, poof, literally turn around and then look at that moment. So sick.
Starting off at Cape Reinga was a total no-brainer. I decided if we were going to do the whole nation, we'd have to do it from top to bottom, so we had to come up here. I literally hadn't been back to this place since I was a kid, so fast forwarding 30 years to see where I've come from to where I've got to really put things in perspective. As an entrepreneur and being Māori, there weren't too many that looked like me on my come up from Christchurch into the world of business. Then over the last few years, I felt a pretty big desire to be able to do something to help New Zealand as a whole. What could I do to help a whole nation of young entrepreneurial minds on the mission to do more and want more and be more? One of the best things about small communities in New Zealand is the locals don't change and the food doesn't either.
Really good.
Let's do it.
Paihia is also a pretty special place for New Zealand. With the Waitangi Treaty Ground so close, it marks the site of the founding of modern Aotearoa.
What are your thoughts on these?
Oh, rad.
Crack up, eh? I just stopped to get some shots, but Robett just wants to get some ice cream.
I'm a fatty at heart. Don't need the fitness for you.
Hey.
How happy.
So now it's game time. I've thought about this idea for years to travel north to south and go to all these different schools.
You know the weirdest thing, I might be more nervous
Yeah.
doing this than the last keynote I did, which was to 700 people. And I don't know why. I actually, yeah, she can tell. I am. I'm nervous because I'm shutting my face.
We're at the school, the kids are rolling in, and it's time to get into it.
How's it going?
In that last school tour,
Yeah.
like what was the vibe you got there, and what was something that you realised after talking to those kids?
From that one, even in the first half day, is I had a feeling that they would only care about likes and money.
Mm-hmm.
Not only was that validated,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot more than some people think, and it's a lot less than some other people think. Because all they want to talk about is how much you make.
Yeah.
But when you don't have, this is the thing, when I was young and I didn't have money, the only thing I cared about was money.
When I was a kid, my dad had a double brain hemorrhage and went back to the brain capacity of a 6-year-old. We were on the sickness benefit living in Aranui, and there wasn't a lot of money around.
So I would literally just like go down to boxes and I'd flip and go all through here, steamroll this whole thing and get all the golf balls. And then I'd take the golf balls out, bring them over there and then sell them. My thing at the time that I'd ball out with is I'd get a blue Powerade and a Cookie Time triple choc chip. The second one, probably more importantly, was the expectation bubble of how big they can dream is still way smaller than what it should be. Way smaller than what it should be. Not that they're thinking small, but everything else around them is almost the pressure around them hasn't even given them the opportunity to think big. So, here's a question. So if you're 16 and if you surround yourself with negativity and you think failure is you're going to be on the side of the streets, what do you think is going to happen in 10 years if you surround yourself with negativity, with no dreams, no drive, and nothing?
I'll be on the streets.
Right? Even just to hear that, I was just on the back foot straight away because I did not think that shit would pee for 15-year-olds. That's stuffed up. Like, this is a beautiful country. We shouldn't be dealing with that shit, you know? So I've got taken back a foot on that. So for me, this next bit, we'll be trying to figure out like how to challenge them quicker to think braver and bigger. Because at the moment, no one I've really talked to or I can look in the eyes is thinking outside of their own bubble. And that's the problem. So if I can figure out how to pop that small little bubble into a bigger one, that'll be a win. So success so far, but shit, if we've got 15-year-olds in New Zealand worrying about pee at high school, dude, this thing's way gnarlier than I thought.
We finished the day, crossed the Auckland Harbour Bridge, and rolled into the end of day one.